In case it's not obvious, the definition for pollination is simply the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma. It can occur from the anther of a flower to the stigma of the same flower, or to a stigma of a different flower on the same plant, or to the stigma of a flower on a different plant. Pollination involving the same plant is referred to as self-pollination, regardless of which flowers are involved. Pollination involving two flowers of separate plants is called cross-pollination. Flowers that rely on insects have several strategies to attract them. They tend to have brightly coloured petals which are appealing to insects, as well as a strong scent that they like. Many flowers also have nectaries, which produce nectar, a sugary substance that insects feed on. Notice that the nectary is located far below the anthers where the pollen is produced. As an insect visits a flower to get its fill of nectar, it can't avoid getting pollen from the anthers trapped on its body. The pollen grains produced by insect-pollinated flowers tend to be sticky or spiky, so it's really easy for them to cling to an insect's body. Obviously, these insects aren't stopping at just one flower. As they carry on visiting other flowers, some of those pollen grains trapped on their body are bound to get deposited on the next flower. Some of these pollen grains will land on the stigma. The stigma of this type of flower is a sticky structure, ideally suited for pollen to attach to. Now we've looked at insect-pollinated, let's look at wind-pollinated flowers. If you haven't studied this before, you probably didn't know that these were even really flowers. You certainly wouldn't give them to someone on Valentine's Day. They don't look pretty or smell nice because there's no benefit to having large colourful petals or producing a scent. They don't need to attract an animal. On these flowers you can see the stigmas here, as well as the anthers. The structures may be a little more clear on this simplified diagram of a wind-pollinated flower. Let's compare it to an insect-pollinated flower. Where insect-pollinated flowers tend to have anthers enclosed within the petals, encouraging insects and other animals to brush against them, wind-pollinated flowers have exposed anthers. This allows wind to catch the pollen released from them.